I find the dive bombers useless on the CV. They take way too much damage to get that close. Yeah, like the dive bomber, don't think of the dive bomber as multiple attack runs. It's just one. You fly out, you drop once, and then F button. That's unfortunately the way it kind of works. If you're lucky and it's got enough plane health, yeah, okay, maybe you get a second attack run in, but it's not very intuitive. Like, dive bombers should fly along, they should turn in, so if the ship is down here, the dive bomber comes on the target, and then it noses down so it can see the target, and then it dives in on its target so he can see it, and then as he's ready, he turns, and then he drops his payload and flies away, right? But we have a system where he's coming along, and he can't really see the target, then the planes go up, whee, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then they zoom down, and then they zoom down, and the ship's over here, and then you're like, oh crap, now I need to accelerate, so on the downward path that you might catch up during the downward dive bomb run, or some shit like that. It's not the most intuitive system to learn. But here's the thing. When you do get a good dive bombing run, you're like, oh, I'm getting a good dive bombing run. Oh, the reticle's on top of him. I can't believe it. Yes, I dropped the bombs, and RNG didn't screw me with the bombs missing him. I hit the guy, or even better, you've got AP bombs, and wow, I got citadels. Yay! How much damage did I do with all that effort? 4,000? I got 4,000 damage for all that fucking effort? Wow. Yay. That feels so unrewarding. I have to do it again now? But my planes only have a third of their health left. And they're dead. Oh, okay. Right. Well, this thing's a bit faster. Take the flooding. I guess I'll take some speed because I can. We'll take some consumable timer and we'll take some anti-air. Oh, we actually do have secondaries. That's funny. I'm not going to use them though. Ramming, no. Fire, no. We'll just go with the XP barrel. You understand I don't like the current CV read? Now, what would I need to do to change so I can start liking it? Oh, I don't know. We had a conversation on this before. What would you do to balance the whole thing? A lot. I don't think there's an easy fix. Like in the RTS system, I understood the RTS system fairly well, that I knew that, well, if I was going to balance it so that you could add more nations, like if there's only 4 ships per line, you can legitimately add a German line and all that type of stuff. How do you balance it so you can get multiple lines and make them different? The RTS system, I could pretty much balance, because the American carriers were crap until you got to Midway. I'm fairly certain I could have balanced it better. In my head, I knew what I wanted to do and how to do it. With this action system, I don't know, because the problem is the core gameplay. The torpedo bomber run approach is kind of okay. The rocket planes, sure, they're simple. People want to play rocket planes because they can get easy damage, fine. The dive bombers are not enjoyable, intuitive, or anything. The altitude system is shit. The over-spotting system is shit. The fact that you're working really hard but it doesn't really feel like you're doing a lot of damage for the work that you're doing is crap. The RNG-ness of how the flak bubbles is crap. It's just... I don't know what I would change to make it better. Yeah. Alright, air groups... engine boost. Ooh. I think, given the potential for CV snapping, I think I'm going to go with anti-air. I feel like I'm getting bombed more. What are we doing? Are we dive bombing people? 9,200 on a dive bomber, 5,500 on a torpedo bomber. You know what? Let's try dive bombing. I'm going to bump up the dive bomber health here. Now, as far as captain skills go, what's the wave system like? Torpedo bombers are 3 waves. Rocket planes are 3 waves. Dive bombers are 3 waves. You know what? I'm going to take last gasp then. And it's 2 and 2, but interestingly, the dive bombers are 3. There's a very high fire chance as well. I think I'm going to take plane speed, because not torpedo acceleration. I'm going to hold on that for a moment. Do you know if Wargaming is aware of the current level of frustrating, assuming you're not the only one for it? Yeah. Wargaming is fully aware. They read everything. They read all the Reddit. They read all the forums. They read people's YouTube channels. Like, Earl Grey watches all of my content, you know, for feedback and stuff. I don't ask them to, but, you know, they have people who watch what other people are doing, you know, like watch Flamu if they can induce it. And they'll see how people are playing the game. They'll be in the game. They'll be gathering statistics. They'll be hoarding tons of data. Plus, the data's skewed at the moment due to the popularity of the class. So there's like more carriers in the game that's standard. But also understand that people are complaining about carrier because they never played carrier games. They had games that, like, I don't know, 1 in 10 had a carrier. Now every game has a carrier, so that automatically changes everything. If you always had a carrier in the RTS system, you might change some of your playstyles. So it's just like the fire from stealth, the fire from smoke, or the RPF introduction. There's a lot of things that tweak the game. People have to adjust, and then the numbers have to die down to 1 CV per game, maybe 2 CVs per game, and then you get it. And so they're looking at all the numbers, and I'm sure they'll figure out some balancing. The problem is I just don't want them to screw up the enjoyment of the game, because it's one thing to balance it, but at the end of the day, if it's not fun, then it's not fun. And as much as I am enjoying streaming right now with you, talking about the enjoyment, for me, fun is working out right now with the captain skills and the ship skills. What is a good way to play the ship? What is an outside of meta way to play the ship? For example, the Hakuryu with the triple stealth drop, you know, the high risk, high reward, high alpha. What are ways to play it to kind of get like maximum out of the ship? And that, for me, an intellectual puzzle is fun. That is enjoyable. However, when it actually comes to the implementation of the gameplay, being in game and then actually playing it, it is not fun. It is unfortunately quite shit, in my opinion. I'm not enjoying myself. The RTS system I enjoyed, but that's because it was RTS, and I like real-time strategy style gameplay, and then the levels of an onion that were in that game mode. Sure, there may be more levels of the onion of action gameplay to be discovered, but right now, at the fundamental core element, I'm not enjoying myself. The AA rework is good. The plane rework is good. The captain skills is good. The modules on the ship is good. The way how they've done the UI, kind of, and how they've redone the graphics of the planes and the movement and the contrails and the drops and the different ways of balancing it, and then the plane consumables. It's all good. That's actually really good. But let's be clear, even though I said there are like 10 good things with the carry rework, the fundamental core gameplay that you actually play the game with is shit. That is not 10 good things and 1 bad thing. That is 10 little good things and 1 monumental giant steaming dinosaur turd of shit. Pardon my language. But you get what I'm saying here. So I'm trying to play it. I'm trying to find a game style, a play style that I will enjoy, that I want to play, that I want to do. But I'm not quite there yet. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of having a little bit of fun in the Haku, but you know what? I'm playing it a different way than other people are. I'm not playing it in the OP sense, and it's going to get nerfed, and unfortunately that's going to affect my playstyle. The British carriers are kind of fun and different and wonky, and I'm trying to get used to the ultra dropping high health, but they'll probably get tweaked and changed as well. So when you actually have the final ship, can you still apply the game modes to it that are fun? I don't know, so we'll see. Anyway, can we reel ourselves back in and have a look at the Ranger? Now, rocket planes, 8% fire, dive bombs 54. Do we really need demolition expert? Because we're bombing with the dive bombers, and the goal is to bomb with the dive bombers, I'm actually going to go maximum health. I'm going to go maximum health, like tankiness on planes, and I'm also going to go with the aiming reticle for dive bombers to try and get maximum hits. Right, so that leaves us 6 points. What can we do to buff up our stuff? We can go with more boost. What's the prep time on this? 56 seconds. 56 seconds on dive bombers. It's not bad. It's the fastest. So we could go with demo. and then we could go, that'd be 3, 4, and 5. That's leaving us 1 point of 6. We could go, you know what? We're quite detectable. 13.8. I find demolition expert and useful in all CVs. Just throw enough shot at the wall. Okay. Well, you know what? My concern is the Ranger's detectability at 13.8. So I'm actually going to take concealment on this. And then the remaining 2 points, we're just going to put into our engine boost and then servicing. Because when you're over 13 kilometers, you're just, you know, you get spammed. If the enemy pushes a certain area, it's difficult for you to escape. You just want to get out of there. What have we got? We've got long range. We've got 5 flak, 6 on the medium. Yeah, so the AA flak's fairly good. 1.5, 3.5, 4.8. If we didn't take concealment, how's the self-defense on the IFT? Firing range of the main guns, firing range, damage per second within explosion radius of shells, 15%. Manual fire, AA reinforcement time, don't care about that. And yes, it's nothing else to get for. Okay. Sorry for the delay, chaps. Have you ever tried playing with RPF with planes, or is this too situational? I have tried RPF on planes. I have tried using RPF on Hakuryu, and I've looked at destroyers who smoked up, and then using RPF to see where they are in their smoke, I have dropped torp. But the problem is, A, there are very few destroyers in tier 10 at the moment, and B, most of them are realised stopping and smoking is dangerous and you shouldn't do that. So you can't really drop them. But I have tried to experiment with RPF. The American torps are only 35 knots. And 35 knots, not 45, 35 knots. They are very slow. I agree with you there. But in this particular instance, I am not trying to use the torpedo bombers, I'm trying to use the dive bombers. That's the goal here. I want to see how good is it to use the dive bombers. We've got bonus health. We don't have the plane regeneration, mind you, okay, but we've got the extra health. We've got the aiming reticle, and they do more damage per bomb, and there's 3 of them as opposed to 2 of them torpedo bombers. So the 2 torpedo bombers do about 5,000 damage, and that's before torpedo bulge protection then kicks in, right? So that's 2 and 2 and 2. Whereas here we've got 3 and 3 and 3, and each bomb could do up to 9,000. So, slow torps are good for lining a cross drop. It's still very difficult to make a cross drop work. Well, that fire plane moved over there, and his planes went over there. So these guys... Oh, hello. Did they even go after him? I mean, he looks like he's close. Like, he's next to Yunkai. The planes even do anything? No. They're just there. Now he's south of them. Oh, God, this is fucking useless. It's so unintuitive to you. Like, if I was playing RTS carrier, my fighters would be over Yunkai and be like, hell no. This guy's protected. This is my homie. You're not going to attack him. Alright, so we got King George, possibly AFK, maybe, maybe not. No, he's not AFK. I'm going to try and weasel my way to the left and then... Alright. $3,001 bomb hit, no fire. Alright. I'm going to try to do a super close range drop. Oh, that flipping heck me. Alright, maybe we can get in there. Okay, so we got our fire. 3 bombs hit this time. Because we went super close range. Now I'm manipulating my thrust by going slower and faster and slowing faster, slower and faster. Now, I know I'm not elliptical, like nose and tail, but that would just take too long. For above. Okay, 1,500. So did that do a lot? Doesn't really feel like it. It could do up to 9,000. That's what it says on the plane, but it didn't really do 9,000. But he's allowing the fire to burn. He's not damage conning the fire. So 15k from 5 bombs, and then some fire. Well, immediately done more than we did in Langley. And I'm going to zoom over now to the King George and see how much damage or how effective the torpedo bombers are. Two of the three drops were not optimal, but we line up once, but the problem is to fly around and then to come back optimal, would we lose too much plane health? So is it not then better to just loop around and then drop and then loop around and then drop? Do one perfectly lined up attack and then forget the rest and then just go for it, you know? On the American TBs we have to aim. Oh, he's turning back in on the right. I just noticed we're about to run out of time, so I decided just to drop it. I saw the hood, accelerate and slow, accelerate and slow, accelerate and slow, and I go for the bombing run. Oh my god, look at this flak bubble. How am I supposed to fly through that? Yeah, they're all dead. Go back to dive bombers. Like if he's sailing along there and I start my dive bomb run early, he sees, oh look, torpedo bombers, I'll just turn in. And now I'm like, oh well shit, now I can drop too early and then try and turn and then cross drop or something, but yeah, it's tricky. And then if I want to come at him, I guess I have to come at him from an angle slightly behind out of his field of view, and then he turns that way, so then how am I supposed to catch him from behind? I mean, okay, I'm going after tier 7 with tier 6 planes. I get that, but still. I don't want to get too close to the Queen Elizabeth, but he's also next to 4 other ships. Maybe I should just go after the Helena instead. Let's see how the cruiser works instead, because there's way too much on that one side. Let's pay attention to the flak. Well, I just got carrier whiplash, everything dying from a set of flak. Kind of made me flinch there. Like I'm going for the drop and then everything just died, so all the back planes kind of zoomed in and the camera's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So, yeah, that's probably the Queen Elizabeth, and then because I'm in my attack run and I started it early to dodge some of the original flak, I think the approach needs to be better. Like, if this is your attack line, don't start your attack line earlier, weave over to the right, so that when you see the flak you can weave back and then you can drop without having the flak in your way. It's not simple, it's not like super intuitive, it just sort of, you know, well. Can I drop next to the island for that Helena and catch him? Let us try. So up and over. Now I'm not sure that will connect because it's a bit slow. That's not going to connect. Okay, let's try that one more time. He's going to be behind that ship. I'm anticipating... Oh, he's not going to connect either because, again, he's going too fast. And the island is in the way. Okay, assuming I live and he lives, which he won't because he's going to get shot at, this time for sure. It would have connected. But... I probably should have hit him the first time, so that's more me sucking than, you know, the gameplay. Did I just get shot at? What? Okay. Badoni is wounded, but the QE has quite a lot of flak bubbles. I'm going to try... Well, if the Badoni doesn't die, I'll go for him. If the Badoni lives, I'll go for him, sorry. And if he dies, I'll go after the Queen Elizabeth. How's that? Come on, Yumkai, be useful. Kill this guy. I'm going to assume you're going to kill the Badoni, so I'm going to go for the Queen Elizabeth instead. 3 bombs, 6,000 damage, and no fires. Alright, I'm gonna weasel one way. Oh, come on! No! Kill my speed. Now accelerate. Now kill my speed again. Now accelerate again. Go off to the right. Weasel away to the left. Go off to the right. No, 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 not that one. Oh, it's not maneuverable enough. You can't go left and right because you can go left, but then when you try and maneuver to go right, oh, and then everything flies off to the side. All of that fucking effort, and the bombs are like... So you can't go left, and then you can't go right to dodge. Because if you go left, the flak goes here, and then you go right, and then you're like, oh, I'm flying into the flak I just dodged when I went left. That's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's just try and TB or something. I mean, we haven't really done any meaningful damage here. Okay, so the Queen Elizabeth's taking a bunch of hits. If he doesn't get finished off, we'll help. But I think he's burning. Yeah, he's burning. Okay, fine. So we're not going to bother. Okay, cool. So that's that shit dealt with. How can you even see me? Manipulating speed, slower and faster and slower and faster and slower and faster. Right, now drop. Now kill the speed. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. There's a lot of flak here. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to dodge this. The last ones seem healthy, so I'm gonna go. You got last gasp, but we'll pick up our speed. I'm gonna do slight tweaks, and I'm gonna kill my speed off. Rotate round. I'm killing the speed. I'm using the S button. Accelerate. Now go faster, go faster, go faster, go faster, faster. Okay. Just takes a bit of practice. Yeah, the engine's broken. I get that. But a bit of practice and a bit of luck. Okay. Whew. Now what? Well, we're going to lose our Warspite. We've got a Grafspade and a Molotov. We're ahead on points, but we're going to lose the Warspite, probably. So I'm going to go over there, maybe give him a little helpful fighter, just in case the CV tries to, you know, take advantage of that. Oh, I think Evie's up. She might want to go outside. It's a bit early for her, to be honest. And again, she went out around 7. We'll see. We'll see if she wants to just go to bed or whether she actually wants to go outside. So that's some flak. I'm going to try and dodge this flak and go. Kill my speed. Drop the bombs. 2 bomb hits, 6,000, no fires. I've got like over 50% fire chance in this thing. Right, so this is not a good approach run. I get that. Okay, I don't know how much damage that was, but that was some fire. Now I'm going to take a bunch of health damage here, so I'm just going to tweak my hard rotate. You know what, the American dive bombers are pretty maneuverable. Like, I can turn on a dime. It's not... It doesn't feel like... Oh, hello. Come on, up, come on, planes, let's go, let's go. There we go, extra fire planes. Am I hitting the knives now? Yes. Am I doing fire damage to him? Kind of. Am I doing meaningful damage to him? See, they're stalling our cap. If we need to kill... yeah, so he's going to get focused here. I've already used my own summon fire. I need to focus this guy. And they're stalling our point generation, so even if we do kill him, we might not catch up. And I think that is a CV fire torpedo bombers coming in to do fighter planes on top of the knives now, so Oh, come on, tighten up, tighten up. Go like this. Then I think he's going to summon fire, so I need to be quick here. Manipulate the speed, slower and faster, slower and faster, slower and faster. Do the bombing run. Tighten up the reticle, tighten up the reticle. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, last gasp. Alright, let's go faster forwards. And then hard turn left. He's almost dead. He's going to burn out. He's going to burn out. Alright, cool. Right, we'll go after the Graf Spee quickly while we've got this boost left. Ah, but we've lost our own knives now. How much health has Yunkai got? Not a lot. Come on, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Alright, I can't really afford to just stare at it. I need to launch again. Oh no, the Molotov has got me. Been caught with my pants down. I mean... I'm gonna... What's spotting me? It's not plane detection, it's okay. So I'm gonna go after the Graf Spee because we are... He's beaching himself. We focus one particular... Oh, I shouldn't use the fire plane like that. Alright. Okay. Now we just need to somehow... Oh no, Yunkai's gonna die. I'm sorry, Yunkai. I can't, like, fly over to you and, like, save you. Oh, you're on 4K. Okay, so let's see if I can... Maybe torpedo bombers should be for the Molotov, but I've got 6 torpedo bombers. Okay, if I don't do anything with the dive bombers here, I'm just gonna immediately go back to the torpedo bombers. $4,002 fires for my really janky ass drop. Sure, why not? Let's go with that. Oh, come on! That was a perfect fucking drop! Come on. Oh, you could be kidding me! Like, what the hell with the dive bombers, man? Like, 2 sets that missed. Like, 1 good hit would have killed him off. We would have had points. We might have even won this one. I need to kill this pleb before he then wrecks the shit out of me. Of course it drops in between the two of them. Fuck's sake. Dive bombers. First attack run, super high, widespread, 2 fires, 4K on the last ship. Right? Great, fantastic, whatever. Great, majestic. The following 2 attacks from the same squadron, the same squadron, super narrow reticle, well aimed, much better than the first drop run. Lovely miss. Lovely miss. He's on 4,000 health. I just need to get like 1, maybe 2 good bombs out, you know? But it's like, Thank you, RNG. Here's the national bird for RNG, right? Just like you saw the bombs, the dive bombing. It's like it's just frustrating. Frustrating because don't get me wrong, we would have taken the point lead, but my health would have been super critically low, and then the Ryuja would have come back and flown in and killed me because I didn't have any on 7 fighter planes. And it was my fault because my ship should not have been where it was in the first place. I should have been on the back corner behind Yunkai ages ago, right? So that he couldn't have shot me up. Yes, the CV hit me a bunch of times because I didn't have CV control, and he's just harassing me, and the fire isn't doing a great deal of much, but to be fair, I should be further back so I don't get shot. That's the real mistake, rather than the fact that the bombs were unreliable at killing that particular ship. Oh dear. It's just a bit tilting. Just a